Hey folks, I know you're expecting the credits here, but here's the thing. I already filmed the credit video, and then I realized after I was done that I'd forgotten to talk about something kind of important to me. And normally, when this happens, I just tag on the footage at the end of the video. Except, you know, this is a credits video. It's the last one in the playlist, and I, do my usual thanks for watching sign off, which feels pretty final. So it would just feel even more awkward than this to stick the footage on after that. So I just threw it on here at the beginning, and I'm hoping for the best. Anyway, the reason I'm throwing off the flow of a video like this is that I didn't talk about the idea of a sequel. I mentioned in the upcoming credits, which is kind of confusing to me since I recorded that in the past, that this looks like it's building up to the G1 stuff. But whatever the case, it's pretty clear that, whatever continuity this takes place in, the next thing that's going to happen is, in all likelihood, going to be, Transformers meeting humans and the war going to Earth. I think it would be really interesting to see these guys take that on. I mean, High Moon Studios is actually responsible for the tie-in game to Transformers Dark of the Moon in 2011, but they had like a year to work on that, and most of the team was working on this at the time, so it's not that surprising that it wasn't that great. Although, for the record, I believe that one, scored as like mediocre as opposed to just terrible, unlike the other two movie tie-ins. So, they have that at least. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is that War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron both lacked one of the big parts of the franchise. Specifically the robots in disguise thing. It, Alright, kind of a nerd moment, but I loved that when I was a kid, the disguise part. The idea, while I'm, stuck in traffic with my mom or something, that as I look out the window, any one of the cars out there could secretly be a Transformer. Suddenly the sports car on the other line could pop up and start getting into a fist fight with the tanker truck next to it. And, naturally they can't do that on Cybertron in these prequels, because that's not what transformation is for there. But, I'd really like to see these guys do a game set on Earth. Because I think it could be great, it was like I was mentioning way before, the idea of an open-world game where you can prowl around incognito in vehicle mode, and then pop up into a robot when the situation demands it. So, getting entertaining reactions out of all the scared humans around you. But, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're working on anything right now, that wasn't exact. I'm not sure if that was a cliffhanger or just a really abrupt ending. Plus these guys, talking about now, not when the game came out, but these guys just put out the Deadpool game, so I don't think they've been working on a sequel to Fall of Cybertron. Maybe if they wanted to do the Batman Arkham X thing, they could make sure that people identify the next one as a sequel by calling it Transformers Heroes of Cybertron, even though they're on Earth. But, yeah, the new movie, Transformers Age of Extinction, comes out next year, so I'm fully expecting interest in the franchise to jump again when that happens. So I'm kind of holding out hope that this game does in fact see a sequel, because I'd like to play that. Alright, that's been enough blather from me, so I now return you to your normally scheduled credit video. Oh, what the hell. I want to point this one thing out. Went back and listened to some of these, and I think I mentioned this, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, that this is Grimlock, the first audio log I ever found.
General evacuation? I thought I'd heard it all. Optimus expects us to turn tail and retreat. Not happening. If I turn my tail, it'll be to crush another wave of Decepticons with it.
Nice foreshadowing. I like it. Okay, and now back to the credits. Boosh!
Till all are one.
Welcome to the credit video for Let's Play Transformers Fall of Cybertron. I was wondering if they're going to bring back Stan Bush for the ending credits. I actually recognize this. This is a new version of the song he made ostensibly for the first live-action Transformers movie.
Beyond that portal is our best and last hope, my friend.
Wow. I didn't expect to see that. So I would have expected something a bit after that, but yeah, that sure looks like the lead up to the G1 cartoon, alright. The two ships beat the shit out of each other so badly that they crash on Earth and get buried in rubble, and the Autobots and Decepticons spend the next 4 million years in stasis until the ship is uncovered in the year 1986 by, which I think was the future at the time, by construction crews. Campaign reward: Electro Bolter unlocked, Glass Gas Cannon unlocked, 20,000 dollary dues of Energon shards. Well, let's take a look at the character customization, just for fun. I do like the riot cannon. Oh, clever. And I can't afford any of that because it's, I think that's Call of Duty style where you unlock upgrades. Wait, I can make my primary weapon the rocket cannon? Strange. Gotta be more to it than that. Can't even pick the color? Also, I totally just noticed that this guy has Megatron's body. So I guess Optimus and Megatron are in 2 different classes. Oh, wow. That just looks weird. Move the mouse. Looking for a Decepticon logo. There it is! Weird. Oh, where did this come from? Ah, now I see. Whoa. I wonder what that means, Prime. Oh, it's probably a level. I wonder if these are DLC. Oh man. Look at all these combinations. Some of them are really bad. Should we go with one of these greens? That doesn't look too bad. Wait, really?
Decepticon target practice! Woohoo! Decepticon target practice!
No more trouble out of him!
Yeah, so much for that guy. No more trouble out of him!
Just vehicle. Oh. I think that's like a swindle vehicle mode. I like the look of that one. Try to fall on his back. Whoa! I didn't know you could just do that. Fun, fun, fun. Decals, target. Oh wow, all these little subgroups. Lightning Strike Force, War Chargers. I don't recognize most of these, admittedly, but some kind of combat medic. Yeah, realistically, I'd probably be playing as a scientist. I'm pretty sure they're the combat medics. So take a look in here to see the. I liked playing as a helicopter. I'm gonna go with that one. Oh, so this is actually a thing I was gonna play. That looks badass. Oh, of course, it's Shockwave's ult mode. Sectobot. Yeah, I wouldn't mind being Swoop. It looks like there's a lot more customization here than I was expecting. Primary weapon, Scrapmaker. Oh, I do recognize that. Yeah, that's Warpath. He still falls back to transform. Nice. Don't know you. No, I don't think I met you. All these tanks. I wonder how that would work. Because Grimlock is, one, way overpowered, and two, well, he handled remarkably differently. Like, would I just be able to stomp around and eat people, or...? I guess I should mention stuff about the game. Hey, I really enjoyed this. I recognize that probably objectively the game isn't all that fantastic, and I thought the ending was kind of abrupt. I was, by that point, totally expecting it to actually end with footage of the Autobots and the Decepticons crashing on Earth. You know, maybe do a tease at the end that has humans uncovering the wreck and, like, you know, initializing startup procedures, and then it cuts to credits. I did think that showing them flying through the portal was, what occurred to me, if I don't, you know, okay, admittedly, I don't know why anyone would be playing this if they didn't know anything about Transformers, but, if I didn't know how the G1 cartoon started, that would have been kind of meaningless to me. Familiar? Wait a minute. That's a big breakdown. From the first game. Oops. Ghost. What? Oh, of course. Okay then, had some fun with that. Or challenges. Oh, okay. Wait, what? What did that? All your sparks. Wow. Oh, okay. So that's probably what, you know, Prime 25 meant. You max out all the levels, and then you play an even harder difficulty as a Prime. Alright, not bad. There's also escalation mode, which is, as I understand it, your standard survival mode with you and your friends versus wave after wave of oppositely factioned enemies. Oh, okay, so it depends on what map you're playing. I wonder if... It didn't seem to. It seemed to just had, like, truck number, tank number. But, I wonder if you have to level up the Decepticon classes separately from the Autobot classes. Either way... I really enjoyed this game. I was starting to say earlier, I probably enjoyed it more than the game was objectively, I don't know, worth. Because I'm such a huge fan of Transformers, but it's a pretty good action game. I call it an improvement over the first game. I do kind of wish there were more, open boss fights. Like, there was the defense thing with Jazz and Cliffjumper against the Insecticons. And, of course, there was Optimus v Megatron at the end. But, can't really think of anything else. And that's interesting, because I know for a fact you don't start Combaticons Combine as Bruticus. I did appreciate that during this last mission, where it kept flipping back and forth, it was actually using spinning logo transitions to go back and forth between the factions. So yeah, thank you for joining me, Burning Dog fans, for Let's Play Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Feels a bit redundant to say this after just calling you by that title, but I'm BurningDogFace, and I'll see you on whatever my next video series is. Thanks for watching. Later.